Every time someone walks into a Walmart auto department, an AutoZone, or an O'Reilly and stops in front of the motor oil shelf, the same comparison happens. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is on one side. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic is on the other. One is roughly $10 to $16 more expensive per 5-quart container. The label on the more expensive one says Ultra Platinum. The label on the less expensive one says Advanced Full Synthetic. Both say Full Synthetic. Both have certifications printed on the back. And the person standing there trying to decide almost always makes the choice the same way. They either grab Pennzoil because the premium label signals quality, or they grab Valvoline because it is familiar, cheaper, and they figure full synthetic is full synthetic. Neither of those is an informed decision. And the reason neither of those is an informed decision starts with a fact about what you are actually comparing when you put these two products side by side, a fact that most people who have ever bought either oil have never been told. Here is what you actually need to know first. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is Pennzoil's flagship consumer motor oil. It is the top product in the entire Pennzoil lineup. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic is not Valvoline's top product. It is Valvoline's mid-tier full synthetic, positioned above conventional oil and below Valvoline's premium tier, Valvoline Extended Protection. The comparison most drivers are making in the auto parts aisle is not a matched tier comparison. It is Pennzoil's best against Valvoline's most popular, and that gap is exactly where the price difference comes from. If you want to compare Pennzoil's top product against Valvoline's equivalent top product, the correct comparison is Pennzoil Ultra Platinum against Valvoline Extended Protection. If you want a matched price comparison, the correct products are Pennzoil Platinum against Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic. The comparison this video covers, Ultra Platinum against Valvoline Advanced, reflects exactly the way most drivers make this decision in the real world, which is why understanding the tier gap is the first thing this video needs to correct. Here is the outcome of that comparison, stated directly. Which oil is better for your engine depends on one number in your driving routine, how many miles you put on the oil before you change it. That number determines where Pennzoil Ultra Platinum's advantages actually show up in practice, and whether those advantages are worth the price premium for the way you specifically use your vehicle. That is the answer most comparison videos on this topic do not give you, because it does not declare a clean winner. The rest of this video builds out exactly why. Here is why this comparison matters to your wallet right now. Motor oil prices at retail in 2026 are up 15 to 30% above 2025 baseline prices, due to the supply chain disruption triggered by the Strait of Hormuz closure in February of 2026. Both products cost more than they did last year. The dollar gap between them, roughly $8 to $16 per 5-quart container, depending on the retailer and the viscosity grade, is the same gap sitting on a higher baseline price. Drivers who were comfortable paying the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum premium in 2025 are paying that same premium on higher starting prices in 2026. Understanding whether that premium is justified for your specific engine and drain interval is a more consequential financial question today than it was 12 months ago. Both Pennzoil and Valvoline are established, credentialed brands that have been manufacturing motor oil for over a century. Consumer-level surveys and automotive publications consistently rate both as mainstream, trusted brands. The question this video answers is not whether either brand is legitimate. They both are. The question is what the chemistry difference between these two specific products means for your engine, and where the performance gap between them is real versus where it exists primarily on the label. Now here is the chemistry difference, and this is the part most label comparisons skip entirely. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum uses a technology called PurePlus. Shell, which owns Pennzoil, converts natural gas directly into a synthetic base oil through a gas-to-liquids process. That process starts with natural gas rather than crude oil. Natural gas does not carry the sulfur compounds, aromatic hydrocarbons, or other impurities that crude oil carries into the refining process even after high-level hydrocracking. The result is an exceptionally pure base stock, free of the trace contaminants that Group 3 synthetic base oils retain despite aggressive refining. Group 3 synthetics are the foundation of most mainstream full synthetic motor oils on the market today, and that includes Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic. Group 3 synthetic is a legitimate, effective, and well-engineered base stock. But its starting material is crude petroleum, and no amount of refining produces a base stock as chemically pure as one that started from natural gas. That purity has a direct, measurable consequence. Pennzoil's testing using the Sequence 3H test, the standardized industry benchmark for deposit control and piston cleanliness, shows that Ultra Platinum keeps pistons up to 65% cleaner than the minimum industry standard. Cleaner pistons mean cleaner piston ring grooves. Cleaner ring grooves mean rings that maintain their seal against the cylinder wall throughout the engine's full service life. An engine that holds its ring seal at 200,000 miles does not consume oil, does not lose compression, and delivers the power and fuel economy it was engineered to provide from day one. That is the long-term consequence of what the base stock purity advantage looks like in practice over the life of the engine. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetics Group. 3 synthetic base stock, combined with the MaxGuard additive package Valvoline markets as the product's primary protection technology, delivers competitive deposit control and anti-wear performance. The engine cleanliness advantage of Ultra Platinum over Valvoline Advanced is real, but it is not a dramatic gap under normal operating conditions and at standard drain intervals. The gap is most visible at extended drain intervals and over accumulated mileage in the long term, not within a single oil change cycle. That distinction is critical for understanding when the premium matters and when it does not. The certification difference also matters for specific vehicle ages. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum meets GF7, which is the International Lubricant Standardization and Approval Committee's 2026 update to passenger car motor oil performance requirements. GF7 was developed specifically to address the protection requirements of modern turbocharged engines, tighter manufacturing tolerances in 2023 and newer vehicles, and updated catalytic converter protection requirements through tighter phosphorus limits in the additive package. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic meets the prior GF6 standard. For a 2015 Camry or a 2017 Accord, GF6 compliance is fully adequate, and the gap between GF6 and GF7 does not translate to meaningfully different engine protection in normal day-to-day use. For a 2024 or 2025 vehicle with a turbocharged engine designed around GF7 additive chemistry, the compliance difference between the two products is directly relevant to how well the oil matches what the engine was built to run. Here's what the independent used oil analysis data shows when these two products are compared at real-world drain intervals. Used oil analysis involves submitting a sample drawn from the engine at the end of a drain interval to a laboratory that measures wear metal content, oxidation level, remaining additive concentration, and other indicators of how well the oil protected the engine. The independent lubricants community at Bob is the Oil Guy, populated by petroleum engineers, practicing chemists, and everyday drivers who submit samples for testing, has accumulated thousands of results comparing Pennzoil Ultra Platinum and Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic FOC across real service intervals. The pattern that comes out of that data is consistent, and it is more honest than anything either manufacturer's marketing says. At drain intervals under 5,000 miles, both oils show acceptable and comparable wear metal readings. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum's base stock purity advantage does not produce dramatically lower wear metals at short drain intervals, because Valvoline Advanced's MaxGuard additive package is performing effectively within its intended service range. The case for the Pennzoil Premium at 3,000 or 4,000 miles is not strong enough to justify the price difference based on wear metal data alone. At drain intervals between 7,500 and 10,000 miles, the picture changes. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum maintains viscosity and additive integrity across those longer intervals, with measurably lower wear metals and better oxidative stability than Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic at the same interval. The Group 3 base oil in Valvoline Advanced shows more oxidative degradation as the interval extends beyond its intended sweet spot. The cleaner starting chemistry of PurePlus provides the margin that allows Ultra Platinum to perform through extended drains without the additive package being overwhelmed by base stock degradation products. This is where the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum Premium earns itself in real-world engine protection. Not on the label, not in the marketing, but in the wear metal numbers at the end of a long service interval. Here is the decision framework that resolves this comparison based on how you actually use your vehicle. If you change oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles and have been doing so consistently, Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic provides real-world engine protection comparable to Pennzoil Ultra Platinum at those drain intervals. The price difference does not translate to meaningfully better wear metal results at short intervals. For a value-conscious driver with a vehicle made before 2020 and a disciplined short-interval change schedule, Valvoline Advanced is the rational choice, and the money saved per container is better applied to more frequent oil changes. If you change oil at 7,500 miles or beyond, or if your vehicle's manufacturer recommended interval falls in that range, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum's stability advantage in base stock shows up clearly in the used oil analysis data. The premium per container narrows significantly when calculated as a cost per 1,000 miles on a longer interval. At 10,000 miles between changes, the difference between a $35 container and a $47 container represents a fraction of a cent per mile, and the protection advantage of the cleaner base stock is doing real work at that service length. If you own a 2023 or newer vehicle with a turbocharged engine, the GF7 compliance of Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is directly relevant to how the oil aligns with your engine's factory protection design. Engines designed around GF7 additive chemistry, tighter manufacturing tolerances, updated catalytic converter phosphorus limits, and modern friction modifier specifications for fuel economy perform best with oil that meets the standard they were engineered around. Valvoline Advanced's GF6 compliance is not inadequate for older engines, but it is one certification generation behind the standard that governs the newest engine designs. If your vehicle operates under extreme conditions, consistent short trips where the engine does not fully warm up and complete a combustion cycle before you shut it off, regular towing or hauling, or high heat climates paired with hard use, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum's base stock provides a larger margin under those stress factors than Valvoline Advanced's Group 3 base. Short trip driving is particularly hard on motor oil because moisture and combustion byproducts accumulate in the oil before operating temperature is sustained long enough to burn them off. A purer base stock degrades more slowly under that accumulation pattern and maintains its protection effectiveness more fully across the drain interval. If you want a true matched tier comparison before committing to either brand, the correct pairings are Pennzoil Platinum against Valvoline Advanced at the same price tier, or Pennzoil Ultra Platinum against Valvoline Extended Protection at the respective flagship level of each brand. Either pairing is more directly matched than Ultra Platinum against Valvoline Advanced in terms of product tier and price point. But the comparison this video is built around reflects the actual decision most drivers face when standing at the shelf. And that decision is resolved by drain interval and engine age, not by brand loyalty or label design. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is genuinely superior at the chemistry level, in the applications where the PurePlus base stock advantage matters. Extended drain intervals, newer tight tolerance engines, and high-stress operating conditions. Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic is a genuinely good product that delivers its protection at the drain intervals and vehicle ages it was designed to serve, and at a price that makes disciplined short-interval changes financially easier. Neither of those statements is a hedge or a compromise. Both are true simultaneously, and both are more useful to you standing at that shelf than a comparison video that picks a winner without telling you that the answer depends entirely on what you ask the oil to do. The driver who understands both truths makes the right choice in 30 seconds. The driver following the label might be paying for chemistry that their drain interval never allows to do its job.